Hey YouTube, Hogs Gaming back with another video. In this video I'm going to be doing another server video for Mac, and this is for version 3.17.12.0. So let's go get started. So the first thing you want to do is go to text edit and create a new document, and then from here you want to go up to format and make plain text. So after you do that, you want to type in the following. So you want to go hashtag and then exclamation mark / bin, all capitals, and then / bash, like that. But just so you know, the next part, do not copy this. So then on the next line, you need to go get the directory from the Unturned Mac OS file. So to do this, what you want to do is go to terminal. So I'm just going to put that up there, and then you want to go to Unturned directory. So to get there, you just go to Steam, which is here, and then go Unturned. So right click on Unturned, go to your properties, and then the third tab belongs to the local files tab. And from here, you want to go browse local files. So this will bring up your it's called Unturned directory, and you'll notice there's an Unturned.app folder. And just recently, because of like Battle Eye and all this sort of stuff that's been added to the game, there's so many folders now. There used to be, I think there's one like down to here or something like that. There didn't used to be Battle Eye, Cloud, or there used to be bundles. I don't think content used to be there. But yeah, there's heaps of stuff now, and streamer names and stuff like that. So what you want to do is go to Unturned.app and then go to show package contents, and then from here just go contents, and then the macOS folder, and then Unturned. So the Unturned exe file, the Unix executable file, you just want to grab that and drag it into terminal. And then you'll want to make sure that you copy from that sort of / there. You don't want to copy that bit like over here. You just want to copy that there and then to the end. Alright. So just go ahead and copy that, and then go back to your file that you made, and you want to paste it in there. So that's good now. And so what you're going to do now is you're going to add a few things just to make it a server. Because if you just chmoded the file and executed it, it would just be the actual Unturned Unturned app. So to make it a server, you need to go a space after there, and then go plus batch mode. And I'll put this in the description as well. And then you go to space, and then no graphics performance, because it's got to load. Just make sure it doesn't autocorrect for some reason. Something for me. And then you're gonna go plus. Alright, LAN server. So I usually just host LAN servers. I don't host actual public server, partly because I just don't have the bandwidth to do it. But if you want to make it a dedicated server, by all means you can do that, and you just go internet server, server like that. The thing you want to do after that is just a / and whatever you want to call it. This is not actually the name that appears in the server directory. This is just when you go to your Unturned directory. This is what the folder is right there. So if I call it Unturned, so I'm gonna call it what should I call it? I'll just call it test for now, and I'll show you what happens. So what I want to do is just save this, and you have to make sure I'm just gonna call it test server. You have to make sure it is .command, like that. It doesn't matter what's before the .command, but it has to be .command. And it won't let you put it as .command if you don't make it plain text, as I showed you like a while ago. So it has to be .command. Otherwise it'll be like .command.rtf, which is rich text format. It has to be .command. Because if you guys bug me in the comments about this. I'm gonna be so mad because I spent so much time explaining it. Alright, so I'm just gonna go save that, and I saved it just here. Now you notice if I try and launch this now, it'll say I don't have privileges, even though I am an admin. So what you can do to fix this is you're gonna go to terminal and just delete all this stuff. So you're gonna go chmod and then a+x. So I'll put this in the description, space, and get this file and just drag it in there and drop. And then I press enter, and I can launch it now. Now you can see there's a test folder there. If you haven't made a server folder, like if you haven't made a server before, the server folder should appear. There should be like a servers thing here. If it doesn't, just try relaunching the server. I'm pretty sure it should do it now. So once we're in test, to configure your server, you want to go to server, the server folder here, and get the commands.dat. And the config.json is the, let's bring the commands.dat here. The config.json is basically just all those sort of parameters like spawn chance and zombie health and animal health and things like that. So you can go through that and change that if you want to. Alright, so in the commands.dat, when you're here, you have to launch it with text edit, by the way. So if you have VLC, it'll try and launch it with VLC, but VLC cannot open these, so you can just go open with other and then text edit. But I just find it easier to just get it and then just drag it into the dock, and it'll open with text edit. Alright, so I'm going to start off with some parameters that you kind of need to do to get your server up and running. So first of all, name. This is the name that will appear in the server directory, and I'll show you that. So I'm going to call it test. Actually, let's call it Hugs Gaming Test Server. Alright, so there's no syntax, there's no like colons or any semicolons at the end of lines. It's just purely like that. The next one I'm going to do is welcome message. So when you join the server, you'll see this welcome message. So I'll say welcome to Uggs Gaming official server. And then at the end of this, you can actually do a slash and then do the colors that you want. So this is RGB. So I'm going to do it orange. So orange is 255/140/0. And so you want to make it blue. It goes R and then G and then B. So actually, I think I've made it orange before. So if you want to make it blue, you can go 0/0/255, and then there's 0 in there. 0/0/255. All right. So it should be blue. RGB, yeah. It should be blue when I join. Okay. So the next one is max players. You don't have to set this, but I think it defaults to 8 maybe. I'm just gonna make this like 10 for now. If you're on a Mac, obviously like don't make it ridiculously high. I think the max is like 64 or something, but don't, it is one word by the way. Do not make it any more than I said 20, because it'll be pretty laggy. It's more bandwidth than anything, but yeah, I wouldn't make it more than 20. That's pretty high. Okay, so the next one is port. So most people just use 27005. You'll see occasionally, like me, like Big Boom server actually uses 27042. That's just what they use because he has like a dedicated thing. It's called Axel Hosting, and he changes it often, but they choose the port for you. So 27015 is the most common basically, and it will use to 27017, but you don't need to put that. You just put 27015. If you don't put that there, it'll just default to 27015. The next thing is map. So I'm just gonna make it Russia. Map what else do we have to do? Owner and admin. So under owner, this is your Steam 64 ID. So this website is the best to do it on, and basically all you have to do is just go there and copy this little piece of text. So just from the HTTP to that slash, and paste it in here, and then put your Steam, like your URL. So mine's hugs2343. You go here and you can go copy this little thing here. There we go. Okay, so we'll close that and then we put that there, and then admin there. Now if you want to add like a friend admin, you can do slash and then that number and then slash number. Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. So you just do slash and then there. So that's the between, but you can only have one owner at a time. Okay, so the next one is cheats. I'm just gonna leave them on. I think you can actually just leave it like that. If you just leave nothing, it'll default to cheats off. But if you just put cheats, then it will turn it on. The next thing is PvP, or you can do PvE. Everyone likes PvP, so it's obviously PvP is better. Unless you want to do like a PvE. So perspective. Now there's actually an update recently. You can now do vehicle, which means that if you're on a vehicle, you can do third person, but if you're on the ground, you can't do third person. I personally like both. Like, I use third person heaps. I really don't like it if you can only use first person, because I use it heaps in arena, like peeking around corners and stuff. But if you wanted to make like a really sort of realistic server, I could say, then you probably could change it to first. All the other options. So it's vehicle, both. What's the other one? First or third. So you could do like hardcore third only. Third's probably my favorite though, because you can peek around corners and stuff. It's really easy. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave out both. What else did I do? That's pretty much it. Yeah. Alright, so once you finish that, make sure you save it and you can close that. Now what I'm going to do is, one more thing I did forget. You don't have to do this, but it's basically loadout. Now, because a lot of people ask in, it's one word by the way, a lot of people ask in the comments, how do I get like /I or /P or /V vehicle? How do I do that like on my server? Unfortunately, Rocket is not available for Mac. So the way to do it is, the way to get around this basically is just having a loadout. So what you want to do is go loadout 255, and 255 just makes it everybody. So you know in Unturned there's different skill sets like civilian and firefighter and spec ops and stuff like that. If you do loadout 0, that will be a civilian, I believe. If you do loadout 1, I think it's firefighter, I'm pretty sure, or police officer or something like that. But 255 will just select all of the characters, and then I'm gonna do like a maple strike, a backpack. I'll do a honey badger. I'm gonna do 2 rounds of military drums. I'll do tactical laser, military barrel, adaptive chambering, 2 foregrips. What else? Oh yeah, sights, dot sight, and what else is there? I think that's it. Yeah, and 81, and an MRE, and a few medkits. Oh, we're gonna do ghillie suit as well. Yeah, that'll be cool. Alright, so I spawn with all those items, which will be cool. Okay, so I close that. Okay, so Unturned is launching up. Okay. So what you want to do now is just make it non-full screen, and I'll explain why in a second. Okay, so just turn the volume down. Okay, so I'm just going to explain the skill sets. So 0 is civilian, 1's firefighter, 2's police officer, 3 spec ops, farmer is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and it's 11 because it starts at 0. Obviously. Yeah, so that's the skill sets, but 255 will just make it all of them. Alright, so now I'm going to explain why you have to make it, well, you don't have to, but why you should make it not full screen. So when you launch a server now, I'm just going to close this. So the way to launch a server is this test thing. When you launch a server now, it will launch this little window here in that size. So you see how it's the same size as the, at 720p, it's the same size as the other window. Now you can just minimize that, obviously. You can just make it really small if you want to. But yeah, full screen's a bit annoying, because every time you switch screens, you go past that big flashing window. Now I'm going to join the server. So I'm just going to leave it at that resolution, because I'm able to changing it. Okay, so now for your LAN, you'll notice that it's there, and it's Russia, and it's 10 people. What else? So you have to see when we join it, because those loadouts probably hopefully have worked. Now we are. Alright, so as you can see, we have all our items there. Okay, so now you can see that little text there is blue. What else do we set? Oh, third person, as you can see. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, guys, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments below. I'd love to fix your problems, whatever they are. Unturned related problems, by the way. Not life related problems, I don't want to hear those. Anyway, yeah, see you guys in the next one. Bye.